All right, we're back. Sorry about that. If you want to see what this looks like for me, this is what I'm playing on. All right, we're going to do this very quick, Gart. Oh, we haven't had MTG audio this whole time. Yeah, this is what it looks like for me. Hoverstone Pilgrim's not bad as a flyer. I love a playset of Atali's Favor. So when you're running the Atali's Favor style deck, you need good 2-drops to wield it. Sunshot Militia is a great one. Shipwreck Sentry is a little awkward just because it doesn't attack very well. And then you need to make sure that you're always hitting something you want to hit. Brackish Blunder is a great example. Diamond Pickaxe is great here. I think this is a Pirate Hat deck. And you kind of want Unlucky Drop as a removal spell. So Pirate Drop, you really want Pirate Hat with these Shipwreck Sentries. They just enable that attack really well. Monster Sword is a little awkward in this deck. You might end up needing the Boulder. What's your actual removal? Brackish Blunders. So like Brackish Blunder looks like it should be good with the Pirate Hat with our Shipwreck Sentries, but it doesn't make the map and clear a blocker. So we want the Brazen Blade Master. That's a much better hit for Atali's Favor. I think we want to go full aggro, which means we're cutting the Monstrosaur. I think 1 out of air is probably going to feel pretty good here. 1 Pirate Hat is going to feel pretty good here. We may end up running either or of these. All right, let's separate out the non-creatures. Tomb Raider, Wrestler, all great. Siren, Militia, all great. Scallywag, Scout, all great. 5/2 should be pretty good. Blade Master, Gnome, really strong in this deck. Appraiser, strong in this deck. Hoverstone Pilgrim's not terrible. Like, it's kind of a solid top end because you have so many ways to suit it up. And you have a lot of creatures, so we really want to make sure we're suiting them up. You need, like, Out of Air is okay. Unlucky Drop is pretty good because it clears your blocker. 2 pieces of equipment is plenty. I didn't see the pickaxe. All right, actual removal. Idle, Boulder, Blunder, Drop. I think we're cutting 1 of your Brackish Blunders. We'll cut the Boulder before we cut a Brackish Blunder. So there's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 17. We don't need the Monstrosaur. If we cut the Monstrosaur, we also get to come down a land. So I would come down 1 land. Pirate Hat, Axe for favors. Then Iceberg, Air, Blunder, Idle. We'll cut 1 of the Blunders. And 1 of the Sentries. So that's how I'd run it. I think it's solid. Should work pretty well. I feel like this is a good Pilgrim for you. Like, your top end is just a creature with flying and ward. That's all. So this is how I'd run it. I like it though. Ixalan's a fun format. Just make sure if your opponent is on a green deck, you have to get underneath them. You have to go very fast. And if your opponent is on a like a slower deck, you actually can play to the air, power up your Oaken Sirens and such. All right, let's go again. Claim here. Fresh draft. Can we forward fresh draft? Fresh draft. Aw, thanks, buddy. Right. Like, the green decks are weak because their removal is weak. So that's why cards like Unlucky Drop end up feeling really good. Like, Unlucky Drop is going to feel bad against the decks you can't beat anyway. But the decks that you can't beat without Lucky Drop feel really good. We gotta wait until this fires for real. I want to save this snip. Ooh, Death Begets Life is a bit, like, it's a little slow. You have to build to it, but it's worth it. It's a very powerful card. Otherwise, like Wayfarer, lands are always a good first pick. That's about it. Death Begets Life is the only card we want to actively out of this pack. Ooh, Awaken the Honored, Dead, Avenger of the Fallen, Twin Moth Stormbrood are all excellent first picks. What are we feeling? What do we feel like doing? And one more here. What do I feel like doing? I love Avenger. I think Stormbrood is the most flexible. We'll take the Stormbrood. It's pretty close. That way we're passing 2 good black rares. Oh, shoot. What is happening? Why won't this work? All right. So this one is... I can fix it and draft. Give me 1 sec. Why did it do this, though? All right, that's right. Then this one's right. So 3. Almost. That looks right. All right. Sorry. Ooh, a second Stormbrood. Yes, please. Outpost. All right, we only had a few weird picks, but that's fine. This is actually not a bad Breaching Dragonstorm deck. I think we're just going to take one of the more controlling cards or a land. So this one's going to be a 5-color pile. This one we accidentally picked a War Effort, so we're going to make it aggressive. We can either take Evolving Wilds, Static Snare, or Mammoth Bellow. Let's take a Static Snare. Let's force some aggro here. Ooh, Road Watcher. We're pretty solidly red-white here. We'll take a Teeming Dragonstorm over a Road Watcher, but it's pretty close. And let's stop having the packs pile up on us. Land. This isn't a... Fresh Start, probably. Fresh Start gets a lot better when you have a card like Death Begets Life. So does the Rejuvenator. Over here, we can take a Martyr Devotee. Love Martyr Devotee in any aggro deck. This one could still be a mid-range deck, so we want to stay flexible. Pack Beast and War Effort Pack Beast is just so powerful. Are we doing double red-white aggro? That feels bad, but that's what the packs are telling us to do. We can go full Mardu here and take a Brigade, or we can just take a Bullcaster. We could also be green, white, black still and take the Synchronized Charge. I think Synchronized Charge is strong enough to make that worth it. Here, we'll just take the Fresh Start. Sandstep Citadel, Alchemist. We'll take a Segu Wildling. I like Segu Wildling if I know I'm green more than any of the Tri-lands. Here we want to commit hard to red-white aggro, maybe even be Mardu. That might be it. Sandstep Citadel. I love Sands and I love the Merchant. Let's take the Sands though. Keep our mana up. Bringing Strike Mastery is okay. I think I'd rather have a Sarkhan's Resolve here. Feral Deathgorger, Abzan Monument. Like, I think we want to try and lean towards being a little grindier because we have double Stormbrood, but we also want to make sure we can cast our Charring Bites. So between Abzan Monument and the Caves, we're going to take the Abzan Monument. Ooh, Siege Rhino is pretty good. And this pack is pretty bad. It's either Siege Rhino or the land, but we'll take the Siege Rhino. Here we can go Jeskai Monument, Dragonfire, or Duelist. We'll take the Devotee. Devotee is really important for this style of deck. Sultai Devotee is really important for this style of deck. And over here, we want either Sarkhan's Resolve or the Lancer. We'll take the Resolve. Land or Deathgorger or Defibrillating Current. Defibrillating Current isn't bad. If we're going to be Abzan, though, we want this Deathgorger. Lock in here. Fire Inform is good for a Mardu deck. Otherwise, this pack's pretty weak for us. What are you doing, puppy? Hey, no. Lock in. We're going to commit hard to Mardu with what we've got. We'll take a bad 2-drop. We'll take a Fire Inform. Leopard is great here. Victor? Are we done? Wow, all of these can be any of each other. Nest Guard. Okay. Don't eat that. Don't eat my tissues. That's so gross, buddy. Will Worthy cost over Reigning Victor? Ooh, I love a Bone Cairn Butcher. Night Watch. March Class is just good fixing, even better than Rainy Victor for this deck. Love Kinguard, Blossoming Sands. We gotta take lands really aggressively. Quarry Seal Cutter is a straight up bomb. All right, I guess we're moving back to Mardu. Yeah, it's just that good. Codus. Stormplane Detainment, Evolving Wilds. Exhale, are we gonna be on triple Mardu? That can't be right. We're still gonna take the Evolving Wilds here. Humbling Outer here. Light for Technique here. Feels so weird. There's no way. I'm not gonna let us be triple Mardu. Bloomvine Regent, so powerful, better even than the Stormbrood. Let's see, Opulent Palace here. Yeah, that's a good Mardu rare. I think we're on triple Mardu. Oh my god. Merchant. We'll cut black out of this pack. No way. There's no way that that's the only thing that's open at all three of these tables. I'm gonna get so confused. This one is not gonna be Mardu, but these two might very well be just straight up Mardu. Love Avenger here. Host is solid, but I don't want to add green here. Otherwise, it would be the Evolving Wilds. Well, this one's going to be Mardu Control, and this one's going to be Mardu Aggro. This one might still be Abzan. Core Seal Cutter is just very good. Ooh, Smile at Death. I always want Smile at Death to work, and it never does. We can take the Rebellious Strike, the Jeskai Devotee, or a land. I think it's going to be a land here. I don't know about Arena Directs. I literally don't know enough about Arena Directs. Twin Bolt, Scoured Barrens. We're going to take the Globe. It's really good with these Stormbroods. Yathen Roadwatcher is great for this deck. Is it better than a Host? It's not. Dragon Spray is also very good, but this is a really good Host deck. This is pretty solid, the Abzan now. Mardu Devotee. Yeah. It could also be the Jungle Hollow or even a Dragon Brood's Relic. But Devotee is so strong. Rebellious Strike. We're going to take the Evolving Wilds. We need our colors. Love a Spectral Denial for this deck. So I also love Focus the Mind. Ooh, a Misty. This would be worth a lot of money in real life. I like Forebear and I like Rebellious Strike more, but we'll just take the Forebear. I actually think Rebellious Strike's pretty great here. All right, we'll take... Yeah, we want the Feral. That's right. Duelist... I think we want to stay really aggressive. Like, I think that it's either going to be Abzan, Devotee, or the Devoted Duelist here. Abzan, Devotee... The only green card I'm interested in playing right now is the Charge. But I really like the Charge. And I like Devotee more than Duelist. Ooh, Awaken the Honored Dead is perfect for this deck. Effortless Master. We're not blue. We'll take a Bearer. Ooh, Thunder of Unity. Yeah. Pushing hard Mardu. This is a good aggressive negotiations deck. So this is mid-range Mardu. It might even be mid-range Abzan. This isn't a bad Tempest Hawk deck. How strange. Ooh, Corroding Dragonstorm versus Roiling Dragonstorm is actually pretty close. We'll take the Roiling. Sidisi! I love Sidisi. I don't think it's actually good. It's not better than the Bloodfell Caves here, but I really love playing with Sidisi, so we're going to grab it. Over here, Worthy Cost is better. We've got some good things to eat. All right, Counterspell, Sweeper. Yeah, we are back to Sultai here, even with access to this Skirmish Rhino. And we're splashing white for just a Stormbrood right now. Lancer's not the worst here. I'll take a second Host. Host stacks really well. I do really like Sibsig Appraiser, but this is a deck that wants some beaters. Fleshcrafter is almost good enough to slash, but 3 Twin Moss Stormbroods is just too good to pass up. Second War Effort, absurd in the Mardu deck. This is the best 4-drop in your Mardu deck. And right now, red is a pretty light splash, which is a good place to be. Parination, what a card. We are playing it. We are going to be splashing green. We have the Abzan Devotee and some lands. So Mardu with a green, Mardu mid-range with a green splash. Stormscale Scion. Kingard. Dragonfire. Trade Route Envoys are very good too. Stormscale Scion is too difficult to splash here. It's either land or Envoy. We'll take the land because we're splashing green now. Here we want the Snakeskin Veil, yeah. Tawny back, land, Snakeskin Veil. Let's take the Rhino. We'll be Abzan red. Dragonstorm, land. Tawny back would be good too, but this deck needs land still. Are we splashing blue? We're not splashing blue. Are we running green or splashing red? This needs one more removal spell, and this is pack 3. We'll take a Dragon's Prey. It's not ideal, but it'll work. Land or Devotee? Take a Devotee over the land. Rebellious Strike table like I wanted. Dragon's Prey, Heritage. This is a good Rebellious Strike deck. This is a bad Worthy Cost deck. This is a great Sandstep Citadel deck. This is a good Nightblade deck. Leopard's playable, it's not good. Worthy Cost is playable, if not good. Devotee is actively great. I don't play a Nurture, it's just not the best. Songcrafter, Sniper. Anything else we want? Maybe the Crag. But this is really just Sultai. Like, we are committed Sultai. We're not running white. Songcrafter, Charge, or Reigning Victor? I think the Charge is just great in this deck. This one, we don't really want any of these cards. I like Whale. Whale's pretty good in this deck. Gives us some reach. Makes our attacks kind of great sometimes. Can play a Vanguard. I don't want most of these cards, though. Vanguard. Sad to pass a Voice of Victory. Wait, this one needs an Evolving Wilds more than anything else. Ooh, Frontline Rush. Beautiful. Alchemist Assistant. Great for keeping us alive. New Wave 4 is not quite good enough. Rebellious Strike is solid. Land doesn't do anything. I'll take Reverse Channel Dragonfire. I like one copy of this card. We could use better mana. Devotee helps with that. Or Reigning Victor. Reds are splashed, so we're going to take the Reigning Victor instead. Lock in here. I don't want any of these cards. We'll take the Rebuke because we're hurting for removal, but we really don't want it. Here's a Constrictor Sage, a Wayfarer, or a land. We're running not a lot of blue. We're going to take the Sage. Angler. Evolving Wilds over Snakeskin Veil. Pretty close, though. Bloodflies won't make this cut. Sidisi. Exhale. Beautiful. We need that. Land. That's the only thing out of here I'm interested in. Skimmer. Actively great for this deck. Synchronized Charge. Also great for this deck. Piercing Exhale. We need that. Land or Equilibrium Adept. Red, white. We need the land more than the Adept. The Adepts are really good for this deck, though. I'm going to take the Adept. It was close. Devotee. Twin Bolts, but really none. Green ended up really open here. I like the Fleeting Effigy in the most aggressive versions of this deck. I like Rebellious Strike more than Twin Bolt in this deck. This isn't a bad Tomb Guard deck. We don't have any Nurturers yet. I like the first Nurturer, though. We got one Charge, one Snakeskin Veil. Yeah, we'll take the Tomb Guard. Awesome, we got the Devotee back. We got this Devotee back, too. It got a lot better when we picked up this Skimmer. Wow. How is green this open? I like the duelists in this deck. All right, let's build some decks. We'll do the bottom one first because that's the easiest build. We have 2 Abzan devotees, which makes me like the worthy costs, but that's not enough. We'll take the agent. We're probably not playing all 3 worthy costs. Snakeskin Veil feels good here. This is very much a mid-range deck. All right, bottom first. All right, 2 War Efforts are a top end. I love a Stormshriek Feral. 2 removal spells. So you don't want a lot of removal spells in like a red-white aggro deck. Are we cutting black down to the splash? Barrens, March Flats. Like black is our splash color. It's a lot stronger, huh? We only got 1 devotee for this deck. All right, so instead of red being the splash color, black's the splash color. Sorry, Sidisi. Sorry, devotees. We'll keep Whale of War, Thunder of Unity, and Avenger of the Fallen. Yeah, so we didn't ever pivot our colors here. We just pivoted our splash. Devotee Effigy. So, and this deck is fast enough that we get to play our, like, Rebellious Strike is a removal spell here. Magnezone, I want the Magnezone. We get to treat Fire Inform as a removal spell. We really want to be curving out. I like 1 Lightfoot technique. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cheap creatures. Leopard probably comes out. How much Mobilize did we end up on? We did get a lot of cheap creatures that I want to play with the Butcher. 3 4-drops is just a lot for an aggressive deck. Some draw, card advantage. We'll come down. The Rebuke, just slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. 1 Rebellious Strike or the Lightfoot technique. Come down, Lightfoot technique. All right, that lets us cut a land. 1, 2, 3, 4 black sources, 5 black sources. That's enough. Then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 white sources, 6, 7, 8 red sources. That feels good. 2 more cuts. We don't want to cut any creatures, so we'll cut our 1 Rebellious Strike, and then maybe the Whale or the Twin Bolt. I feel like Twin Bolt and Whale are functionally very similar in this deck. So, and we want to be playing creatures on turn 2. All right, there's one deck. All right, up top left, we're doing A now. We only got 1 white card. It's the Skirmish Rhino. We'll take that out. We only got 1 red card. We're not going to play it. And since we aren't playing those colors, we don't want the Outpost. Our mana is pretty not great. So we want to make it only 2 colors if we can, which means we're cutting black or blue from the bottom of this. What's our removal? We got a Caustic Exhale. Spectral Denial is nice interaction. 2 worthy costs. Awaken the Honored Dead. Death Begets Life. This might not end up being a Death Begets Life deck, just because we don't have a lot of them. Hey, Don, good to see ya. Outer can come out. Looks like black is better early than blue. Devotees are nice with skimmers and worthy costs. So we'll take out the agents and the Fresh Start. I really like Fresh Start in this deck. How many counters did we get? Counter. Hosts, Charge, Tomb Guard. Yeah, Tomb Guard comes out. Hosts and Charge are good enough alone. We might just be fast enough to not have to play Death Begets Life too. Man, is really bad. What if we cut blue altogether and just played a green, black? We did get 1 Sultai Devotee. Like we got 1, 2, 3 dragons and then a constrictor stage. We can cut the Roiling Dragonstorm and Kishless Skimmer. We didn't get a lot of Harmonize. Skimmer is so nice with the devotees though. We have to make 5 cuts still. Yeah, we got a Wildling too. It's not that bad to splash. We don't need that. Space. We're just not going to get to Death Begets Life. This isn't that kind of deck. We can cut 1 land, and we'll just... So if you cut a land, you are accepting that Wildling is going to be used to get a land a lot more often. And then we need to cut non-land cards. So 1, 2, 3 pump spells. We'll probably cut 1 of the worthy costs. And then the Roiling Dragonstorm with only 3 dragons is... Like, it's still solid. It would normally be a Snakeskin Veil, but I think we're pretty reliant on them for actually getting a kill. $14 creatures, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. Like, Spectral Denial ends up being solid in general. But I think it's the cut. All right, we play a creature like one of these and keep it alive. That's the game plan. All right, and then the third one. So we have 3 Stormbroods and a Parination. These are our power cards. We want to make sure we get to play them. What's our fixing? We've got a Globe, couple lands, Sandstep Citadel. So red is like, if we want to play red cards, we need to make red one of our main colors, which means that we would be like Mardu with a black splash or with a green splash. So we can play Abzan Monument, Dragonstorm Globe, 1 forest, and then we'll be at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 green sources. All right, we are going to be cutting a land. We'll have to revisit the mana in a moment. 2 Devotees, Bearer of Glory, Teeming Dragonstorm. Love that start. 2 worthy costs. So those are both removal spells along with our 3 Stormbroods. And Inevitable Defeat. Any other removal I want to make sure I can get in? Dragon's Prey is like, I don't want to be sure I can get it in, but that puts us in a nice set of removal spells. All right, so let's commit to Mardu and make green a lighter splash. Now, Covenant Encampment feels great. Devotee helps with our splash. So usually green ends up not being, you don't end up splashing green too often, just because when you splash green, like you are missing out on Segu, Wildlings, Roamers, Routines, others, that sort of fixing that you get from green. So that puts us at 9 creatures. So most of what we need put in from here needs to be creatures. 2, 3 more red cards. Awesome. Feral is good in this deck, and we kind of want to max out on dragons. All right, 12 creatures plus a Dragonstorm is 13 minus 2, 11. I mean, this charge does let us, like, it's great with the Chord Seal Cutter. We have 1 more slot, and it might just be the Lancer to be a flyer. This is also a good deck for aggressive negotiation because we have some good things to put the counters on. This is like a really cool deck, though. It's so mid-rangey. Marty with a green splash. We want exactly 1. Well, Prepare Nation is our only green card. We could add a Synchronized Charge. Taking out one of our worthy costs, but we didn't get a lot of things that we want to sacrifice. So I like that. We'll put in a Synchronized Charge, take out a worthy cost. 1 forest. 2 Devotees is pretty nice. So one, two, three, four, five, six, 7 green sources. We can cut the Abzan Monument outright. We can add, this might be a 41 card deck, actually. Lancer's fine, I think. All right, Weird Mardu, Green Splash. I like this. I think that this turned out pretty well. That's 3 solid drafts. I like this. Let's get in it. It is so hard to get a screenshot. All right, let's run it. Here we go. Nope, nothing, not a keep. Let's get this one started. We'll keep this. I think we're putting back Constrictor Sage. All right, here we go. Third one. We can keep this. We'll fetch a Plains first. So this is a little grindier than some of the other decks we're playing today. We'll play out the Devotee first. Grab our Plains here. It's a little awkward. I think we want to be mulliganing for a 2-drop with this deck. This is better. We'll keep this. Put back a Fire Rim Form. Nah, we'll put back a Plains. I could kill this. I think I just want the Devotee down. This one, we want to Dragonstorm first and play out the Blossoming Sands. None. We want, well, trying to decide if we want this mountain. I don't think we do. We'll pitch a swamp. We drew land. It's not ideal. We want the Kinguard down first. So the thing about a deck like this is we need to see, we don't know what we want on this scry yet. And it's not like it's a great attacker yet either. So now we know we really want to land. So we're going to play this now. No blocks here. We want a 3rd land and a 4th land. We don't want to land. I can kill this, and I think it's worth it just to keep pressure on. Siege here. Plains here. Windcrag Siege here. Everybody gets a siege. So 2 very different Mardu Devotee decks. Ooh, punished. I should have taken it. Forest attack. Swamp Avenger. This was a mistake. I can't believe they maneuvered me We're gonna globe and charge here. Because then next time we can Stormbrood. Aw. We don't want this land. Pass. Pretty well. I have a pretty good streaming PC. If they're making this attack, they have a pump spell, likely a Fire Rim form. If they play a pump spell, I can Charring Bite it, but I really just want to play out a 6/5 dragon that gains the life. So this hand deck, ooh, Mountain's great here. I think I would rather they counter a Reigning Victor than the War Effort. We're looking at a counter spell, but it might just be a tap. Forest attack. Yep. All right, there's the exhale. Rude, but okay. It's okay. I'd rather they hit that than our Stormbrood. A little victimless crime. Any dragon here is great. So, and we surveilled away a land. They paid 4 life. It's a lot of life to pay. Ooh, Pack Beast was a great draw. No blocks. I'm too scared to block here. We'll get with the Abzan Devotee. You know, I'm okay with any trade but this one. Yeah, we can play this. We can still hold up our Dragon Spray. No blocks. They've had a lot of life here. This is going to feel really bad to them. Blossoming Sands pass. Go to damage here. Pass here. So we're sacrificing a creature here. It's like, we're sacrificing a couple creatures here. They can double block the Pack Beast if they want, but then they take 10, 12, go to 1. Yeah, it's more likely they just divide out their blocks. And here we're just replaying, we're playing this Segu Wildling to play our Dragonstorm. So they got to kill a bunch of creatures, but they went to 4 life. If this attacks again, we win. If it doesn't, we're in a lot of trouble. Rude. If we go to a 5/5, they can triple block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So land lets us do both. I think I just let them double block then. All right, block 3 of them. So we want to be attacking here, make 4 blockers, 1 mana Static Snare, and then we can still Fire Rim form for lethal. Take you out of the play. Ooh. Destroy target creature with flying. Go to blocks here. We're assuming that they want to double block. Never mind. Go to combat here. They double blocked the token. Okay. We can try and steal a win by letting them block, giving everything trample, letting them block, and then Dragon Spraying. They're only at 7 life. Cutter's a problem. You can't queue it. It's way against the rules to queue into myself, Don. So I take a lot of steps to avoid queuing into myself. It's against the rules to queue into myself. It's against the rules to draft with myself. It's against the rules, like it's a bad sportsmanship clause to even risk. This is a huge problem. We're just gonna Dragonstorm. Well, I think I'd rather pick up the Devotee, even if I can't recast it. We got 5. Yeah, we'll Dragonstorm. We might be able to hit lethal if we draw a land and a creature. All right, we have a removal spell and a synchronized charge next turn. Yeah. So, like, let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll take 5, because then I get to grow this and hit hard. Ooh, yeah, that's cool. This is a great hand. Instead of playing the effigy, we just want to get the frontline rush down. Ooh. Yeah, we're just going to jam that. There's so little they can do about it. Mountain Pass. Ah, they negotiated so hard. I think they want to take this and they have to take this. Never mind. All right, so what we do is we go counter on each. 4 in the air. And then the Stormbreed gives us lethal there. Pass here. Let them attack. Take the 2. This is just a very, very good curve here. I don't think they can stop this at all. End step, make 2 1/1s. Oops, I fucked up. I meant to Purging Stormbreed for lethal. That's okay. We'll just return the Abzan Devotee, act like it was on purpose. Planes here. We'll play out a Reigning Victor. We just want to be playing War's Toll for the next 2 turns. That's fine. They need exactly Strategic Betrayal to live here. That's not true, because without being able to play the Harmonize. Well, I am indestructible hexproof. No box. War Effort, yeah, effigy is good here. War Effort is just such a tough thing to race. I don't have 8. Am I all in here? They need exactly Strategic Betrayal to stop me. If they have Strategic Betrayal, I'll die. If they have any other cards in the whole format, they lose. This is a good hand. Strategic Betrayal kills me dead. I can't win anymore. That is the only card in the format that does it. When your opponent has to play an Osseous Exhale on 1 goblin, you are doing well. Turn 2 Devotee is great. That's a great draw. So Synchronized Charge on this, if I block anything but the Earth Carver, they eat the creature. I don't want to risk not having a play next turn, so I might wait for the second War Effort. Oh, hi, puppy. Attack first. Like, this is half their life total. That's fine. If they're going to exhale something, I want it to be that. Ooh, does Thunder of Unity guarantee lethal? I can leave back 1 blocker. All right, so 5 make 3 bodies with 3 power, and then 3 more power. So 3, so they get to stop 5, 3, 3, and they take 6. And then the effigy gives me a pretty good shot. We're gonna leave back 1 creature, guarantee lethal next turn. All right, swamp here. I think I just killed that attack. Yeah. This is a keep. And then next turn I can get lethal off an effigy. Effigy Rebellious Strike guarantees lethal. We're gonna fetch a swamp first. Can I just synchronize charging here? I really wanted to land this turn. Yeah, that's fair. Mountain, Devotee. Then next turn I can Bearer and Blossoming Sands. I'm starting to slow down a bit, you might notice. So we might have to call this soon. I wanted triple trophy though. We'll attack first. And then we can Bearer, Blossoming. Play here. Hey, Ranger. It's hard to, yeah, War Effort is like, it was an accidental first pick, but it was a correct accidental first pick. I really want to play some Splitgate. I don't know if I'm going to get to play some Splitgate. I think I'm just attacking. I wanted to play the Orb this turn, but the Vanguard is such a good attacker, and they are struggling right now. Nice. I can resolve here. I might wait a bit. If I swing, they probably block here, even if I basically am sacrificing a creature. We're gonna Death Gorger this Bearer. I would like my Bloomvine Regent back, and I don't feel strongly about this Leopard. Swamp here, Host. Attack with everything here. This is a snap keep. Effigy is like a really cool clock. So they were unwilling to sacrifice their creature, which I think was a mistake. It's funny, I can't tell if my brain is starting to lag or if it's my computer now. I'm very surprised they wanted to kill that creature more than stop all this damage from the Vanguard. Attack for 2. So I don't hate Devoted Duelist if your deck is aggressive enough. It's just incredibly difficult to be aggressive enough. We get to get in here and then cast 2 spells. Wow, they just don't fear the Vanguard at all. I can Effigy, swing out, frontline rush for +2/+2. And they might have a Caustic Exhale, which would be bad, but let's see how they block here. We get to Devotee. I'll take an Aggressive Negotiations. I don't feel like I need one. I'm just going to hold up this Inevitable Defeat. Destroy target creature with flying. They took it. That's fine. We're going to Storm Shriek Feral, discarding a Plains. Slightly dangerous, but I think it's worth it. Cool. Let them block. Deal the 3. Inevitable Defeat for lethal. Damage here. It's nice being on a winning streak in 3 games at the same time. War effort pass. I think I want the equilibrium adept down more. End turn here. Yeah, that's the downside to equilibrium adept. Is I can hit a miss. Inevitable defeat do be like that. If they cast a second spell, I will exhale now. Slightly dangerous. They know about the dragon. I don't know why I didn't want to behold. This is such a problem. Especially because they can draw a card. Ooh, solid hand here. This deck's so good. I love these like 4-color mid-range piles that aren't quite 4 colors. Like they're not just a 5-color good stuff deck. No dice here. Is it time for war effort? I think I'm like the control deck right now. We're gonna go ahead and discard the effigy. I need to find an answer for this Vanguard now, or we're going to lose. I can give this +2/+2. But I think I'm going to try and steal a win with the frontline rush here. Like, we're going to have to just kind of burn them, go around this Spirited Vanguard. This is the Snap Keep. This is the Mulligan. This is the Keep. Putting back the Leopard. Tap land. Could just trade with the Pummeler. But I think I want to threaten the double block at least. All right, Swamp, Abzan Devotee, Swamp, Abzan Devotee. Ooh, that felt good. Double Devotee. Beautiful. You only see the cursor on the last one I clicked. This is non-token, so they don't know that. I'm gonna punish them for their lack of knowledge. Awaken the Honored Dead here. Cutter. I have 5 mana next turn, which means I can Cutter Reigning Victor as long as I play the Globe this turn. Okay. Attack here. Taking the 7? I think I'm chumping. No, they give it trample. Yeah, if we don't kill this, we die. We're gonna let him draw a card. I would like to continue this line of attack. Quarry Steel Cutter. And then Reigning Victor. And it'll make the token before the Victor comes down. Which means I have something to pump and attack with. Attack here. Yeah, this one's a lot of trouble. Like, if I can sneak an Equilibrium out of 3 with a frontline rush, I got a shot. Oof, never mind. We might be able to get, like, a good Thunder of Unity, but the lack of black mana is what's getting us here. Their blocks are just too good. Yeah, they just want to grow, and that's fine because we have an inevitable defeat. C is not looking good. No, C is in a lot of trouble. All right, we draw. We're going to go ahead and discard this Evolving Wilds. A and B are both in great shape. Pick up a Skimmer. Swamp attack. We're just expecting it to die. No blocks. I'm okay taking this 5. All right, so I can inevitable defeat. I didn't want to do it in that order. Everybody in. And they're going to make a bad block with that Kin Guard. Go to damage here. Skimmer. Draw a card. No blocks. We'll let that one end. Kill Anafenza. Make the 1/1. We're not going to attach it. And today they learned. Yeah, skirmish is probably a good idea. That becomes a problem eventually. We're just going to try and keep deploying our threats. We'll take the counter off here. Swinging out. If I just kill Sirach, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It probably was better to play this as a creature, but I really want to hit him hard. No blocks. First loss. I can double spell. I think I want the flyer down more. And then we're going to pick this up just to... It's slightly better to wait, but I want the pauses gone because my brain is slowing down and I need to account for that. Solid. Not great, but Kin Guard is nice. Ooh, that's awesome. That's a good siege breaker. No blocks, take 8. It's always indestructible on the attack with a Reigning Victor. All right, 7 lets me have lethal next turn. Mountain Pass. I can roast. Shields down here. Surveil, make a spirit. I'll draw that. And then we can Devotee, take action, team. I think I'm using the Rebellious Strike here. I'll get in with both. All right, they had one removal spell. They had got me. Good game. I did not think this deck could lose up here. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I had fun. Ooh, I think I'm good for one more cycle. I'm slowing down a little too much, and I was trying to be done by 6:30 anyway. So one more game, one more game, one more game. I can't risk queuing into myself. Kill that attack. This is a good hand. We'll keep that. Make a spirit here. That's a problem. I'm gonna need a solution for it. I swing out and Rebellious Strike whatever they block. Swamp here. We gotta just Dragonstorm. We're really gonna be relying on the Storm Brood in that situation. All right, we need the lands. We're pretty far off the Earth Carver. Just the two here. And we'll pack beasts here. This is an awkward hand, but this is a slow deck, so. Scry here. I think I want the ramp spell the most. They could have played out more, and the fact that they haven't means I have a little bit of time. Block hero is not a rebellious strike. Forest, devotee. We're looking for more lands. 2 forests here. 1 to play, 1 to hand. I want the land a lot. I want the devotee a little. The land lets me Stormbrood. All right, we'll do it like that. Keep them both. Oh, I didn't need the second devotee. Whoops. Red, white, black holding up Rebellious Strike. This plays around Osseous Exhale. Baka 1/1. I think I'm gonna just use I'm using the Trying Bite to shuffle and make up for my mistake. Swamp here. Constrictor Sage. And then next turn I get to use my Stormbrood. Oh, everybody in. Everybody in. I should have Rebellious Strike, but it's fine. I can do it on the block. Lots of Mobilize over here. We'll have to Dragon Spray that. I think it's Alchemist Assistance Bite. Just to use my mana a little better, because then I can grow the Alchemist Assistance. Really good. 2 trophies, 1, 6, and 3. And then this one's undefeated. These two have 1 loss. But I'm having a lot of fun. All right, Dangerous Wild Ride. Yeah. Although I'm slowing down and I feel it. I feel myself going slower. There's our Dragon Spray target. Green Source, grow. We don't have a white source to use the good stuff here. Block here. That's more annoying than a problem. Oh, I meant to play the sniper. Whoops. I need to kill this first. Resolve here. Resolve here. Yeah, I'm making more and more mistakes over time. Things are blending. This just gets blocked. Oof, problem. I need an answer to that Death Gorger. Mountain here. Cutter. Resolve. Go to blocks. Yeah, I'm starting to make mistakes. Grow here. Mountain Avenger here. I might lose as a result of not playing the sniper. A red source will still get me there here, though. Pass turn. All right, Dalcoven encampment. I would like to double spell, that's all. Parination is nice. Deal 5. Resolve here. I'm going to 3 and I die here. All right, Victor here lets me get in here. If I swing out, no, swinging out is bad. Just the pack piece. We're just waiting for a Ward's Toll in this deck. Team in. And the 3. I should have lethal next turn in this game. This game, I need a Ward's Toll or something comparable. Like, we're just attacking for 1 damage here. But that adds up. This is an aggro deck. Next turn we can swing with everything. Parination back a Devotee. Feels bad. 2, 3, 6. We're just going to activate and swing. I'll attack here. Resolve here. End turn here. Resolve. Resolve. Die. Taking 3 exactly no matter what. Yeah, so they're dealing 5. They can kill me here. Mario aggro got me here. All right, if I swing out, that's 4 blockers. 1, 2, 3, 4 blocked. I hit for 3, 4, 5. I'm 1 short of lethal. No attacks. No blocks. All right, we're calling it on this deck. We're going to play these 2 to finish. Damn, all out assault does it. There's not a lot I could have done about that. That was off the top, too. They had no cards in hand. All right, I think that's going to be it as soon as this game is over. Marsh Flats. Thanks everybody so much for hanging out. That was a ton of fun. It was exhausting, but in a more of an interesting way. So they can hit me for 3, 7 with 0 problems. We have to get lethal this turn. We have a ton of lethal draws. We just do 5 lands in a row. So we're due for a non-land, but we're going to go ahead and take a land out of the deck as well. Ward's Toll is lethal. We have a few other lethal spells. Only a few fetchable lands left. Is that right? That's right. I should have gotten a swamp. Seriously, though? All right, 3, 6, 9, 10 in the air, but enough ground blockers. All right, 8, 9, 10, 11 lands. We were down 11 lands. So there's a 15 land deck. There's only 4 left. There might be 5 left. I don't remember if we're 15 or 16 land deck. We're taking 5 here no matter what. They do have lethal next turn. We've drawn 6 lands in a row. 4, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. We've drawn 6 lands. Good game. We drew 7 lands in a row. We have 3 lands left in the deck. Cool. Yeah, I mean, they might not go for it, but they do just have lethal in the air. They drew 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 non-lands in a row. They were flooding early, though. We only have 5, 8, 9, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. We only have 2 more lands than them, 3 more lands than them, 4 more lands than them, but it sucks that we Like, we have a rebellious strike in the graveyard, and that is it. Yeah, we just needed any removal spell or War's Toll, and they were dead. Good game. Or any of our rares, but that's okay. That was painful. Our next Evolving Wilds would... we had a Marsh Flats that would fail, but that's okay. It was a good time. All right, that's going to be it for today. Let's see who there is to raid. Thanks for hanging out. If anybody's got any clips, send them to me, please. Otherwise, I'll clip it myself at a later date. Who is on? A Ham is playing. See, I always want to raid Ben Warney, but he always seems so upset when I raid him. Let's go see Astral's Flame. Yeah, Ben Warney's like, I don't know. I really like him. I love his podcasts, but he no one else ever seems like so inconvenienced by a raid, so I stopped raiding him. All right. But yeah, it looks like Astral's Flame is doing some standard today. Be good to him. Oh, tomorrow I'm 50-50 on whether I can stream tomorrow. It's Memorial Day. I will stream if I am able, but I'm going to a barbecue. I don't know how long it'll be. And then late next week, I'm going to try and start Final Fantasy review. I decided I'm going to treat it like a normal set, and I'm not going to talk about Final Fantasy at all while I do it. I don't play a ton of Final Fantasy. I appreciate it, but feels too slow now. All right, so that's gonna be it for today. Thank you all so much for hanging out. I hope that was too much. I actually, if you wouldn't mind, in the Discord, I'm trying to make this palatable to people. So if this is something that you are interested in seeing more of, or you would like to tweak, or it's too much, I want to know. If you hate this, I also want to know. Like, I don't know, it's something that other people can't do, so I try to do it, but I'm worried people hate it. That's gonna be it for today. Good night, everybody.